Hi, today we're here with Ivea. Thank you, Ivea, for offering yourself to be able to be interviewed.
You're very welcome.
So, you know what are we here for? What are we doing today?
I have a little bit of an idea because I also had to go through this 3 years ago, so yes.
Nice. So, we're gonna do an interview, and because you're a fourth year at US in the leisure industry, so you had your placement already. And so I'm gonna start from the basic question. Well, you're fine with being recorded as well.
Yes, that's okay.
Okay. So, why did you choose BUAS 3 years ago when you had to come here and start your studies?
Well, my choice was kind of chaotic. I just knew that I wanted to study in the Netherlands because of the openness of the people and everything. So then I thought, okay, what am I interested in? And then I realized that my mom is an event manager, so it's kind of, it hits close to home for me. So I decided that this was what I wanted to do, and then my two options were Leeuwarden and Breda, but then Breda University has a very good reputation, and I've heard a lot of good things about it, and also I read that it was like the best university offering this study in Europe, so that's how I made my choice.
Well, a ponderous choice actually. But and then you had to choose a specialization in the second year, right?
Yes.
What did you choose?
Well, right now it's a bit different. When I have to choose, we had four options. We had social innovations, leisure management, event management, and attractions and theme park. And what I chose was leisure management because sadly I couldn't really figure out what I wanted to do during my first year. So I decided that going with the general track would give me more of an idea of what the broad industry is like, and then I would be able to choose exactly what I'm interested in.
Okay, that's nice actually. Yeah, so you didn't really specialize in something, but you chose
The general leisure. Yes.
And you had to do the placement, the internship, right? But also at the third year you can do a study abroad year, right?
Well, we had to choose. We either had to do two internships or an internship and then like a study abroad, like an exchange semester. I chose to do two internships though.
Oh, okay. So you have two experience
Yes.
already in the field. And do you want to talk about both of them or start with one?
Well, for me, it's easy because I would count it as one experience because I stayed in the same company. It's just that the two semesters were very different because of Corona measures, of course, and also what we had to do because first semester we had a lot of Christmas type things to do, and then the second semester was more like spring and preparation for summer, and it was very different though.
And what you had to do mostly? What is the company, if you can say the name?
Yeah, of course. So I decided to do my internship in the municipality of my hometown, and I was in the event department of the municipality. So what we did was basically all of the events that the municipality organizes for the community, the locals who live there. And that's why I think that was a very great internship because I got a lot of different experiences from it because we didn't focus on just business events or just like events for children. We focused on everything that could be done.
You're from Bulgaria, right?
Yes, I'm from
So
Bulgaria.
you went back home to do this internship, and you said that they were two different things. So
Yes.
which one did you prefer mostly? Which?
Well, I think I enjoyed my first semester a bit more. First because the corona measures weren't so strict at that time, and also because everybody loves Christmas. We got to do a lot of things for Christmas. It was the celebration of our town, so that was a big thing for the municipality as well. We organized some sports events that I never had done before, and then they really got a lot of different things to do.
Oh, so do you do also something special like that happen only in your city for Christmas? Like there is anything particular that you do in Christmas period?
Yes, we organize a whole concert with the locals. So we have what was it called? Like a culture place where people go and they do a lot of different arts, dancing, singing, and all of those things. So we usually get all of these people together and we organize a big concert for the whole community.
That's really nice actually. And there are also a lot of other things involved, I guess. So between like food and beverage and stuff.
Yes, we also had a lot, of course, to provide some things for the people participating. We also do this. People when they buy a ticket to go to the concert, they're immediately signed up for like a tombola. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, in Italian it's tombola as well.
So there's where they draw like a winner and then you win a lot of things. So we had to organize that as well. We had some things at the museum too, not only at the cultural house.
It's really nice actually.
Yes, we lit up the Christmas tree, which was also a big event.
Oh, fun for everyone. And and there were, well, obviously there are some problems when you organize events. Something come up at the last minute, or it can be everything perfect actually, but rarely that happens. Even the biggest events sometimes have small problem. And there is anything that you would improve about this experience that you could like give a suggestion to the municipality of your city?
Well, I did have a little bit of a bad experience with them during my second semester there because we organized this concert of this very famous Bulgarian rapper, and this was for International Children's Day, so we wanted to make them happy. So we invited this guy, and from the beginning, from when we decided to do that, I saw that something was wrong because of copyright. Because my supervisor actually she asked them to give us some materials that we could use to promote the event, and then the artist said no, I don't want to do that yet. I first want to see like some payments coming to my bank account, and then I would for sure know that I'm doing this, and then I'll send you some materials. But she didn't feel like waiting, so she decided to just pick up a picture of his on Instagram, deleted the text in the photo, and then with Photoshop she wrote some other things, and then that was our promotional campaign basically. So it was plagiarism quite a lot. So I disagreed with that, and I had a discussion with them, but they didn't really take me seriously. And then in the end, the artist called us, and he was like, "I'm going to call this off if you don't change that, and if you don't change that, then you're going to face my lawyers and you have to go through this." Yeah. So this was an experience that was quite eye-opening because people, even in the municipality, even in like the biggest companies, they still like decide to put off some costs or just do whatever they want if it's more convenient. And in the end, we fixed that, and it was quite a learning experience for me. But it's really interesting to see how it's also like stakeholder management. You really need to know how to then talk to this artist and then make things right, and then how to make them come back again with no harsh feelings. In the end, we ended up having quite a nice event, but it definitely had some bad feelings to it.
Yeah, an unpleasant experience because of the start, but then it turns out pretty well.
Yes.
And there were any other host or how you say it, people that are hosted? Any other artists? Yeah.
Well, yes, there were local children. So each year this concert is organized for it was actually my music teacher. I also participated in this concert. It's the local children from the primary school come together. Some of them can sing, some of them can dance. So they just prepare a concert and they do it for their parents, and it's a very nice, warm, nice thing. This year, sadly, this wasn't allowed because of Corona, so children weren't at school, so therefore they couldn't really practice. So what my teacher decided to do was she gathered some people who had already participated in this. They could sing like old songs, and it was like an all-star type of thing. And to make it more interesting, that was like a special guest, which was also present for the children because they got to be on stage with this rapper that they admire. And it was in the end a very warm and nice environment.
Nice. And if you had to go like back in time, would you do this experience again, or would you choose to do a different placement?
I think that for the situation that was happening around, a lot of my classmates couldn't find an internship, which was really sad, or their internship ended up being quite disappointing because they couldn't do any projects for it. So I do feel lucky because also municipality can't just lock down. And even when we weren't allowed to make big events, I was still able to learn a lot about marketing. I learned about the locals, the communities, how to communicate with different type of groups. Sadly, didn't get to practice my English because I was at home, but also sometimes I served as a translator, which was also quite nice. And I definitely think that was a great learning experience, and I wouldn't change it, but for the future I would do more things in different places too.
Yeah. And so now you're almost at the end also of your years here in Breda. will you be living? Will you continue living in Breda or in the Netherlands, or you're planning to back home or somewhere in Europe?
I'm not sure yet. That's the good thing about this degree is that you can do it basically anywhere. So it was nice while I was here, but I think that after the summer next year, if I hopefully graduate by then, I would like to leave and maybe go to a different place. Italy was actually on my list.
Oh, nice.
I wanted to
very
go
suggested.
Yes, and it's really helpful because I can literally just look up like festivals that people were doing anywhere, and then I would already have this degree hopefully, so it would be easier to apply, and it's not something that's making you stay in one place. You can just explore the world and still do some work.
So you would like to work more in the festival area if you had to choose maybe a specialization from now?
Not necessarily a festival, but it's easier to just pick a festival because those are the big things and they do need a lot of employees. So that's useful, but I would prefer to go towards more the private, like the cultural area. So museums, cinemas.
Oh, okay.
Weddings.
Weddings?
Also.
That's like a very big differences between a museum and a wedding.
Yeah, my mother does weddings and I do have some experience with that, so that's why
Okay, so for this is in the mix.
Yes.
In the list. And if you would go back in time, even like prior coming here, would you still make the same choice?
I probably will. Because I did learn a lot from it. It's not just from school, I just learned a lot from the people that I got to know here, and living in such an open country really helped me realize who I wanted to be as a person, and I definitely feel like I've grown a lot, so I would never change my choice.
And like living in the Netherlands definitely opened your mind, as you say. It's that different being here from Bulgaria, or you don't feel the cultural shock?
Oh, it's a completely different thing, and I didn't feel like it until I had to go home for my internship for like a whole year. I was there, and that's the moment that I realized that I really wanted to explore the world. Because I'm from a very small town, there a lot of people know me there, and working in the municipality, you get to know even more people in your small town, and it's just a bit suffocating. So being able to work in an industry abroad that you can meet so many different people, that's really an amazing experience.
And even if it's like something worldwide, wide would be very awesome, I guess.
Yes,
is there any company that you dream to work for, or an event that you want to definitely go to organize? Obviously.
I haven't really thought about that because I, to be honest, was so focused on what's happening to the United States. At least I am, and people around me are. That I'm not really that educated about events in Europe, except the very big ones. But I don't really want to go into the very big event spectrum. So I definitely need to do some more research on that.
Okay, well, but if you had to choose like the US, you say that you like you see more in the US. Is there anything that you would like to accomplish? Like that's your dream job?
Well, I would definitely enjoy doing Coachella,
Yeah.
but that's like a very basic thing to say.
Not really. I mean, I personally don't like Coachella, so
Yeah,
seeing someone going over there would be like really nice. Seeing someone that you know actually.
Yes, and I also think that we can learn a lot from the things that are happening in the US, especially, I don't know if you've heard right now about Astroworld. That's a very devastating situation there, and I really think that it was a very poor handling of the the event team, and they should have really taken more into consideration the how big the artist actually was and how many people would want to go in without actually having tickets, and then of course how much tickets they should sell. And it's really something that we should of course, instead of just being sad about, we should also learn from.
Yeah, that's definitely something that everyone should learn in this industry, especially because it can be, even COVID had a big impact on the event sector, but this can also make everyone more aware of it.
Yeah.
So, but thank you.
You're welcome.
So, do you want to add anything that you feel like you missed out, or?
I don't think I missed out on anything. But do you like your choice so far?
Yes, I do. I really enjoy being here. So, and I get to meet people also that already had experience, so they can help me to make my decision also in the future. So, thank you again for offering yourself.
You're welcome.
And we reached the end of our interview. And well, thank you.
You're welcome.